For about 9 years of the 20 plus years I spent in policing, my duties were forensic senior crime officer duties, which means that we're called to have a look at stolen recovered vehicles and various different crime scenes. And one of the main ones typically was break and enters. We had a lot of break and enter offences. Every day, every night, day in, day out, relentless. Most people think their homes are pretty secure, but unfortunately, you're probably wrong. Maybe your house is not as secure as it could be. So I thought, with coming up to the holiday period, I'd give you a few tips on how to make your house safer for you and your family. Now, we'll start at the front of the house. As you pull up out the front of the house, just have a look around. Now, number one thing, can you see a clear house number on your house, on your letterbox, and or on your gutter out the front? Because if police or ambulance or fire are coming to your house in a hurry and you haven't got a number on your home, it can make life very hard for us, and those minutes could be vital minutes, especially if someone's having a heart attack or something. So please make sure that it's nice and clear. Have your house number nice and clear on the front of your house, preferably in a couple of different areas. The second thing is try and make sure there's no big bushy trees around your door or around the front of your windows, because these give people the ideal place to hide whilst they gain entry to your house when you're not there. So what the usual way of the crooks doing this sort of thing would be is they go and knock on the door. If you come to the door, they might ask if Jack lives here. You say no, Jack doesn't live here. They move on and you're none the wiser. They knock on the door, no one comes to the door. Great. Go behind a bush, break into your window, climb in your window, have a good look around, find what they want, out through the window and walk off up the road. Sometimes clever enough to leave someone in a car out the front of your house or just up the road a bit so they can talk and let you know if someone's coming home. So if you clear all those bushes away, it stops the opportunity there. If you're on a corner block and you have a gate around the side or a driveway around the side, consider putting a padlock on that gate, because it's going to look a lot more suspicious someone climbing over the fence than it is someone going through a gate or through a driveway in the fence. Now, next thing, it's a good idea, if you can afford to have good solid security doors on your sliding doors, and your front and back door, side door, that type of thing. You can get ones nowadays that have the one-way gauze in it where you can see out and the person out on the outside has a bit of trouble looking at you seen in. They're excellent because it gives you a full view of who's there and it doesn't give them a full view of who you are. I haven't seen many crooks over the years get into houses with security doors. I've seen a lot of security doors really badly smashed around and bent around, but 90% of the time access isn't gained. So that's interesting. And with the new triple lock security doors that we've got on the front of our home, it's very hard or near impossible, I imagine, for them to break in through that. So then the next thing they'll go to is windows. If you left any of your windows open a little bit, if you've got aluminium windows, leave them open a little bit for the house to breathe. That's the ideal location for people to climb in. And they'll just open a window up, climb in, have a scout around, find out what they want, take all your stuff, mainly money, jewellery, things they can carry easily, and away they go, and your life's in turmoil. So one good way of making sure people can't get in windows is just putting a bit of dowel in the track of your aluminium windows. That'll stop them from opening them up. You can get little vice grips too that just go on the rail and stop the window from opening. If you can get those in, fantastic. Bits of dowel, a little bit of wood, stops them pushing the window open and allows you to keep the window open a little bit if need be. But crooks are very cunning, and I'll tell you how cunning they are. I remember a few years back when I was in the job, going around a lot of break and enters, doing fingerprint assessments, one thing and another, and finding nothing. Finding no marks whatsoever, no glove marks, no fingerprint impressions, no partials, no nothing. And when we actually caught this fellow, what he was doing was he's going out on hot nights when people left their windows open, especially bedroom windows, get a bit of breeze through. Believe it or not, he had a fishing rod and he was fishing through the window and getting people's wallets and keys off the bedside table and fishing them back out again while they're asleep there, mind you. And away you go. But we did catch him at one stage there in the end. He actually fished the wrong person's window. He picked on a detective and he woke up, so that didn't work out well for him. Worked out well for us because we managed to get him. But crooks are very inventive in the way they do things. So you've got to try and be ahead of them all the time. Another tip is don't leave your garage door open all the time. A lot of people do that during the day, leave the garage door open. Crooks walk past, have a good look what you got in there and think, hey, that looks a bit fancy. We might grab that, or we might come back for that later. Another point of entry, I say point of entry, a point of entry they can use, which is a weakness, is usually the door between the garage and the home. A lot of the time is only an interior door. It's not a solid exterior door. So really those doors aren't much better than cardboard. Like I can kick them in without even trying. They just fall in, shouldering. They're just no strength in them whatsoever. They're not a good barrier between you and these baddies, and you need to have a good barrier between you and baddies. So if you've got an internal door between your garage and your home, make sure you get a good solid wood one and put a good deadlock or lock on it, something that's going to hold. You've got to give yourself the best chance you possibly can. So if you do those things, that's going to give you a really good chance of not getting broken into, because these people look for weaknesses, and a lot of times they find weaknesses very easily because they're people who haven't thought too much about security, and they get what they want and out they go. And they can cause a nightmare for you if they get your purses and wallets with all your personal papers, your credit cards, your car keys, that type of thing. Plus it's not nice knowing someone's been in your house, especially if they get into the house when you're asleep in bed, which happens a lot more than you think. So try and make your house as unfriendly to unfriendly people as you can, and that's the way you're going to keep all your property. Lights at night time are another good thing. If you've got movement sensors that put floodlights on, absolutely fantastic. If you have them around your house, crooks come in the yard, lights come on, away they go. Anything that is a little bit too hard, and they'll just go on to the next place. They're looking for easy, they're not looking for hard. They don't want to know if someone turned that light on or not. They don't want to know if, like mine, if that porta floodlight's got a camera system behind it, it's actually started recording them and notifying the owner there's someone in their backyard or their front yard. They don't need that sort of drama. If you really want to beef up your security, do what I do. I've got a Ring doorbell camera on my front and rear door. As soon as someone comes near that door, it starts recording and notifies me on my phone there's someone there. My floodlight system's also a Ring Pro camera system. It's got LED floodlights. They come on and once again start recording what's going on and let me know there's someone in the front yard or backyard, and that really covers you up. But hopefully that's given you some idea as to how to make your house safer for you and your family and keep these grubby crooks well away. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more stories like this and true police stories, just check out my channel. It's a long way home. Thanks. Take care. Bye.